Well, I realized right after I went live that the table I have my laptop on is backwards. And I'm probably going to hit it a lot if I don't do something about it. So that's how scuffed this stream is. Okay. We're just gonna turn this. How's everyone this morning? I don't know if anyone's actually in here. I'm gonna pretend that no one's here and no one is seeing this. No one is seeing how scuffed this is. Yep, there's the camera moving. Up, there we go. Okay. I am much more comfortable now. And yeah, it's a little scuffed and slow today, but that's okay. It was actually running quite nicely last night when I tested this, because believe it or not, I did test this. Did test things. But I guess I didn't test going live. That's fine. It's my first time streaming, guys. You know, please don't tease me. But anyway, yeah, I decided that I wanted to do another stream, and I had a bit of time this morning, so I figured, hey, why not? And I wasn't sure what I wanted to play, which is why I wasn't sure if I was even going to stream. But I have been feeling a little down the last couple days, and I decided I would play a game that always makes me feel better, weirdly enough. And it sounds weird, because this is a very, very weird game, but honestly, it's pretty good. It's called Graveyard Keeper, and it came out in that wave of Stardew Valley clones, but it has its own identity. I mean, it's a similar concept. You're building up your business and all that. But it has its own identity, and I don't know. I like the sense of humor it's got. I think it's a lot of fun, and it's a game that I can always just kind of get in the groove with. And it's also pretty easy for me to play and talk to chat, which is kind of what I was going for. And you can see I've kind of made some updates to the stream. Got my little buddy on my shoulder. He's right here. He's so cute. I tried putting the chat on the just chatting thing. Mixed results, but you know what? That's okay. We're okay with that, because I tried. Just gonna do some tweaks that I should have done yesterday. But I do also have my Ko-fi linked, and it is not required at all. You do not have to do it. But if you like the content I make and you want to directly support me, right now you can do so via Ko-fi. That money goes directly to me, and I pretty much reinvest everything back into the channel and the stream. I've gotten like a couple donations on there over the year. I haven't really pushed it or anything like that. And I have pretty much put the money that I got from that back into upgrading equipment and whatnot. So, you know, ideally I'd like to eventually get a better desktop, maybe do more streaming. I don't know. That's the pie in the sky dream. But also, just watching it and talking to me with me is more than I can ask for. So on that lovely note, we are going to. It's gonna take a moment because this game gets a little janky. Okay, so we are gonna start a new game. As you can see, I have played this game a lot. I played it back in 2018. And the story there is actually a week before this, September the 11th, I got laid off from my longtime job of 7 years. And that's a whole other story. It sucked. Did not deserve it. Did get unemployment. That was cool. But I was very sad for at least a week. And I just played this game in a fugue state. And you can see I've kind of picked it up here and there. I last played it last year. Yeah, we're just gonna do a new game. This game does load very slowly. And I have also played it on the Switch. It's just fun. It's a fun game. Also, I've decided that if the game crashes, I'll try it a few more times and then we'll go to a different game. But hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it doesn't. Because I already made the thumbnail. So that'd be cool. If it behaves itself. Bum 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 bum. It is an ordinary day, and our hero is hurrying home where someone very important is waiting for him. Even in everyday routine, there's a place for loving and feeling loved, especially when you know that someone misses you. Especially when you know you're about to be isekai'd. What happened? Where is everything? Shit. Calm down. You've merely turned a page in your life. A whole new chapter awaits you ahead. But I need to go home. Can I go home? There is always a way to get home. Let me see. Your new home is a graveyard. Does that mean I'm dead? It means you're a graveyard keeper now. But I need to go home to my love. Then you need to be a good graveyard keeper. It's not easy, stupid. You should dig up Jerry. He'll help you sort everything out. Jerry. Who? What a strange vision. What is this nightmare? Okay, let's find Jerry. I'm just making sure we all good. Yeah. And that's it. We're just getting started. So as you can see, we got our little home. Let me make sure. Actually, I need to. Don't capture my cursor. All right. As you can see, there's all kinds of shit to do. And it's telling us our objective, which is up there, but we'll deal with that in a few. Holy sword! I'm a skull! Are you Jerry? Why would you think I'm Jerry? A man with a red eye told me I needed to dig up Jerry. Red eye. I remember. Oh, sorry, that's right. I'm Jerry. How'd you find me? The man told me that you'd answer all my questions because I believe dudes when getting hit by trucks. Good. But first let me ask you, who are you and where the sard are we? I know. I must be dreaming. None of this can be real. You're the new graveyard keeper. What else do I remember? Let me think. I remember that sound. Let's go check it out. Everything is so strange. None of this makes sense. I definitely remember that bell and a donkey. Something is very wrong with that animal. He could be dangerous. No, the donkey is awesome. The donkey is the best character in this entire game. Got a fresh corpse from the town. Wow, a talking donkey. You can understand me. Let's talk. Who are you? I'm cheap labor. This cart isn't mine, so I have to work for the capitalist bastard who owns it. And I only earn 5 carrots a day. The situation is deeply humiliating. You know where I'm coming from, right, comrade? That bastard pretends that he doesn't understand anything I'm saying. Anyway, I need to get back to town. You get rid of this one, and I'll bring you a new one. What a strange land this is. And he just dumps a body on us. Hey, what are you staring at? Grab that juicy corpse while it's still fresh. I don't remember any of the voices. I feel like we should take it to the morgue. I don't remember why exactly, just like I don't remember half the voices I'm doing. But I'm pretty sure it'll be fun, and might be profitable. Oh, I am going to puke. Let's do it! So while we're yapping, the body is decaying. So I gotta take it inside, because once you get it to the... What? No way. Okay, yeah, they want us to slice some flesh. It's not right. It's all messed up. Is it right that I'm a skull? No. So shut the sard up and do what I tell you. You promise you'll tell me how to get home? You just need to trade the meat in the village tavern for a beer. Talking skulls never lie. And then bring the beer to me. So, we have our task. And our task is to extract stuff. So basically, ultimately, we're gonna... Yeah, see, so we got, we extracted the flesh, and the flesh is meat. And we can do things like we can create baked meat, we can create sandwiches, we can make burgers out of that meat. It's people burgers. That's what it is. That's disgusting. You'll get used to it. Yeah, shut up, dude. Deal with that. So what do I do with the corpse? I don't know. Let's bury it. Let me fix my freaking posture. Take the corpse. I'll wait for you in the graveyard. So we take the body. And then we're gonna go outside. Let's bury it. And so this shows you how you bury it. You basically have to make it pretty. So we've got a plot over here where we can bury this body. And until... Oh, dang it. No, just kidding. I totally remember how to play this game. So we have to come here. And we have to make a grave site. Then we can pick up the body. So we have to dig up the dirt, pick up the body, inter the corpse, put the dirt back over it, and we're done. So we've got a burial certificate now, and with the certificate, we can exchange it for money. Oh, and we've got the bishop. Oh, I know. Ask him about the burial certificate. He should know something. I'd better leave now. I'll be in the morgue, waiting for my beer. Dear me, I'm so tired. Why? Why do I have to come here every week? Because that's how the game works. Oh dear, the new keeper. We've been expecting him for 30 years, but he pretends there's nothing wrong. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, but your graveyard is a mess. There is no way I'm promoting you to cleric until you fix it. So, the graveyard has like a ranking system, and where it tallies up the quality. And the quality is determined by white skulls. And the thing is, so once we get it up to 5, he'll be pleased to promote us. And he's a great judge of character, and he's good at everything. That's why I was chosen, to represent his will. Ha ha. Your predecessor used to keep his stuff in the trunk somewhere. You should check it. I'll come by again next week. In fact, I come here every Sunday. Maybe I'm not dreaming. Did I eat something? Oh, he's waiting. What should I say? Why is it you come here?
It's part of my duty. The unpleasant part. It's kind of an old tradition. I don't know much about all the traditions and rituals. I'm just here to represent his might and glory.
I have one tiny question. What is this burial certificate?
As soon as a body has been laid to rest, you can trade its burial certificate for money at the village tavern.
Cool. So, basically, we get points and stuff. Oh. So there's a whole upgrade system. There's a whole... You can see it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing that we're gonna like slowly unlock. But the graves are determined by... The rating is determined by the white skulls. And, you know, also if you have crap around. So, like, for example, I have it's at 29 right now. I can spend energy digging up these sticks, and now it's at negative 28. If you look at this grave, you can see that there are 2 red skulls and 2 white skulls. The red skulls detract... They don't necessarily detract from the quality, but they don't add to it. Like, we can't gain quality until we get to the white skulls. So I need markers that would add up to 3 to even get 1 skull, if that makes sense. So it's stuff like that. So our job now is to go through here and clean this place up. That's our first objective. And we get resources in the process. They also want us getting, you know, our stuff. Let's see. So right now we're just gonna go through and clean up. We're gonna stream for about 2 hours today. 2 hours or until I get hungry. Or until I get hungry, whatever comes first. So that's kind of all the easy stuff that we can do. And now what they want me to do, I think, is go to the tavern. This game is a lot of walking at first. We'll eventually be able to afford a teleport stone, which will make our lives easier. But for now, we walk. We walk everywhere. And things are open and closed at certain times. People come and go. They keep their own schedules, things like that. And you eventually end up doing quests for different people, and the stories are linked together. So, like, you can't do one quest without doing a different quest. So we're going to talk with this guy. And we're telling him how crazy our life is and how we've been isekai'd. And he's just like, okay, cool.
Things are looking bright for our small village. When are you planning on opening the church?
I need to fix the graveyard first.
Sure. It's been a while since anybody took care of it. So let's get down to business, shall we? How can I help you?
About this burial certificate. So he is going to buy our burial certificates according to the ancient contract. But, so basically, he doesn't always have the money for it. So if we go to trade, what I can do... Come on. What the... So he's making me do errands for him already. But you can see this is how much money he has. If I give him more than, you know, the money he has, he will not give me anything back. So we're gonna do that. And then Jerry asked us for a beer. So we'll get Jerry his damn beer. There we go. Now we were told to go deliver a letter. So we could, except there's one problem. Dude's asleep. Like, oh, no, he's not. Just kidding. I'm the keeper of the local graveyard. Who you? And he's the local blacksmith. So I'm going to give him the letter, and he likes me a little bit more now. That's what I said. 1 minute away, and he can't be bothered to come himself? What an asshole. I guess old habits never die. Okay. Alright, so there are slimes, and he's having me... So basically, we have an energy bar, which is kind of what you've seen in the upper left corner. And doing anything requires energy. You can get it back whenever, it's fine, but energy is a lot. And the thing is, you can't fight if you don't have energy. So if you run out of energy, you're screwed. Okay. So we've got some stuff. So what we got to do, leave. So if you look at our character, we've got all kinds of different stuff, and you can see and you can repair things using the whetstone. So and you can see I also have a health bar, but that's I'm not worried about that. I beat the slimes, and he's giving me some parts. And that's it. So let's go report back and say that we did our quest. He's not normally outside all the time. And the other thing that I actually really like about this game is that they are... Where is he? It's over here. They updated it a lot. It was really buggy at first when it first released, but they keep updating it, so I may remember bugs, and they've been completely patched out. Which doesn't sound like it would be a big thing, you know. Devs should patch their bugs, but let's face it, we've had so many games where devs don't. But, you know, this one does, and I think it's fun. I'm gonna tell home dude, that we, Yep. God damn it. Okay. I forgot that they gave me a beer. Well, whatever. Now I have 2 beers. I have 2 beers for Jerry. 2 beers for Mr. Jerry. For Jer Bear. As you can see, I don't have a ton of energy left either. I was at the village. And everybody is okay with me just appearing out of nowhere. It's like it's a whole village of isekais. Sorry, you're stealing my thoughts. Okay. Yes. You smartass, I'll be waiting for that beer at my place. No beer, no answers. So we gotta get Jerry his beer before he's gonna do anything else for us. But we're gonna put some stuff away first. Okay, well. We can come over here and sleep. And sleeping is also how you save your game. So you could swing your sword once and then just go back in bed and save, and it's fine. There's mods for like saving anywhere, but like you don't need it, especially when you get the teleport stone. Oh yeah, so this dude. So we've got a new friend, and he's not happy with us. Alas, poor Yorick. You're so lonely, but it's too bad I'm here. Like, what the heck? Hey, Corey, how you doing? Okay, so Yorick wants us to get rid of an unpleasant fellow. And we're gonna get rid of him. That jealous bastard. You can only dream of what a peaceful rest we're having. Okay, lower right corner grave. So this dude wants me to get rid of him. I'm doing pretty good today. Just figured we'd play a fun little game where we bury people and dig them up, and we're gonna throw a dude in the river. That sound like fun? That sounds like fun to me. What license? So they're teaching us how to exhume bodies, which I'm gonna do a lot of because I want to make my graveyard look really nice. So So we're gonna go off to the graveyard. That looks like shit. So let's see. It was the guy in the lower right that he doesn't like, which is this guy. It's fun, so we can exhume him because we have the permission. So I'm gonna just do this, and then they want me to get rid of the body. So first, I'm gonna do a little something. Gonna come over here. And before I throw him in the river, I'm gonna take his meat, because why not? Because Jerry's Burger Empire has to start somewhere. And then... let's see, I can actually dump him there. So I can do two things. I could cremate him, but this is how they teach you to cremate, so can't do that yet. So instead, I'm just gonna walk all the way over here and see you later, dude. Bye. There he goes. Jerry's not happy with us, so. What do you think you're doing here? Ghost asked me to get rid of a body. So what, now you're just gonna do everything he asks? Yeah, I've been isekai'd. What else am I gonna do? It's not like he can do anything to you. Ha ha, he's disembodied. Well, actually, he can mess up my... my thing. Whereas I can bite you to death while you're sleeping. Jerry, you can't do shit. I get you beer. Leave me alone. Because we're friends, but you get my point. You're not getting your beer now. This skull wants a beer and he's not getting it. So this is how they're teaching you to burn the bodies. So how can I burn a body? Wow, thanks. Okay, we need a fire and some wood. We gotta make the whole thing. Each important. So this basically, we're gonna meet all our NPCs, and they're gonna give us tasks. Speaking of tasks, grab my snacky. This is now peanut butter patty mukbang string. So these are all the NPCs that we know, and we can see the different tasks that we have to do for them. Yum, yum, yum. Jerry wants beer, and the bishop needs us to reach 5 at the graveyard. So those are our tasks right now. That's what we're going to focus on. First, we gotta go to the technology tree and learn things. Educate ourselves. There is so much we can do in this game. And probably what I'll do in between play sessions is I'll do some grinding off screen. I may edit my save and add some points just because I have played this game before. I've done it legit. I'm just playing it now because it's easy to hang and talk with people at the same time. But as you can see, we got a lot. So we got him a beer. You bastard. So in order to get back home, I can use the portal on Witch Hill. Now I just need to figure out what to do with it. Wow, the church has a library in its cellar. Jerry knows a lot for a dude who is just a skull. So the nice thing about this game is that everything that you really need is interconnected. So as you progress, you can open up, excuse me, different paths and whatnot. Jerry do be yapping. Jerry's like, I'm not shutting up until you get me wine. Okay, so this is our hint that we need to get the wine from the astrologer. And we're not going to get to the astrologer for a bit. Yeah. Speaking of not good friends, so let's look at the map. I think the map's kind of cool because I like this old-timey, like, medieval look. But you can see, like, here's where we are right now in the morgue. And then if you go, there's the village. And I can tell you, the lighthouse is all the way across the world. But for now, what we need to do is just gather some resources. Because gathering resources gives us little points. So that's kind of what we're going to be doing now. That's it. That's the game. So we're going to clean up our yard and do things. I like this game though because it's very soothing in a weird sort of way. Like just sitting here, cleaning stuff up. It's also very easy to talk to chat and look at things while I'm doing this. Yeah, it's a very chill game. It's like in the vein of the Stardew Valleys, except it has its own identity and it's not totally a Stardew ripoff. It's just one of those, you know, I like the ones where you can build up your whole thing. Okay, I can't do that yet. I think that's pretty cool. So some stuff you just can't do anything with for a bit. You gotta wait. The name of the game is gathering resources and having things, which is why some of this I'm just gonna have to do off stream. Okay. So I think we can get more stuff now. And unlock that. Unlock that. It is not. This one is single player, so it's not multiplayer. Like, I mean, as far as I know, it's not multiplayer. Pretty sure it's not, because I feel like it's held together with duct tape and glue sometimes. But sometimes it's better if these games aren't multiplayer. I don't know if you're familiar with, or if anyone is familiar with My Time at Portia. That game has a multiplayer. That multiplayer is, ooh. That game is not well optimized at all. Like, I can understand why running the Grand Cross launcher would make my laptop nearly explode. But, oh, he's happy because we got rid of the dude, by the way. But he's not gonna give us shit, because that sucks. No, not really. I mean, there's no reason for this game to be multiplayer. It's definitely meant to be like, you know, more of a, you just kind of chill and do your thing. And also, I mean, a game doesn't need to be multiplayer to be shared with people. Yeah, so he's just telling us how to make our graveyard look better. Because if it's not nice, he will ruin my day. Because he's not cool. So this is a tutorial talking about the thing I explained earlier, where you can make your grave look better depending on things. So that's our hint to go take a look at things over here. So one way we can do that is by fixing the different like gravestones and fences and whatnot. So you can see our quality is slowly going up. Little by little. Okay, but we can't do that anymore because we don't have any of those, but we can fix this thing. So we're gonna do that. I'm gonna fix that. And we're gonna fix that. Okay. Alright. Let's see here. We've done pretty much all we can with that. So what we want to do now is make decorations for the other ones. Okay, I can't cut that down. I can cut this down. There we go. I think the one downside of this game is that you can't customize your keeper. So I can't do silly, I can't make like a cute pink-haired girl like I usually do. All right, so we need to make a sawhorse. Oh, and that is the sound of the donkey dropping off a body. Oh, wait. I'm so used to... There's a sheet that you can unlock later. Dang it. Dang it. Which I like to do because... Dang it! Okay. Alright. We're gonna take the flesh. And now we have the body. We don't... Dang it. Oh my goodness. Oh. You don't always want to take the flesh, but Jerry's Burger Mart needs the flesh right now. So that's kind of where we're at. I mean, I'm not sure how I'm gonna make Medieval Burger King without taking the flesh. So we just kind of have to do that at the moment. It's funny though, because you can come here and go to cook, and you can slice the meat, You can make burgers out of the meat. You can bake it. We will eventually learn how to just wrap it up in paper. This game is so weird. I love it so much. It's so dumb. And we're gonna build our sawhorse. And now we can make more items, which is good because we need stuff. But everything takes energy. And unfortunately, some of these bigger trees we can't really cut down at the moment. That's okay. Okay, so we got one. As you can see, it's a little janky. Some controls use like the same button, and sometimes, like, I know there's another weird. Okay, well, whatever. There was no other log. No log exists. No log exists. Oh, the log exists again. The log is here. Dang it. I think what I'm gonna do though in the next week or so, once my home internet is fixed, is I'm gonna figure out a stream schedule. Because I'd like to set aside 2 days a week to just stream something for just a couple hours. Like 1 or 2. But keep them consistent. I think Sunday morning is a good candidate for streaming. And I'm not sure what the other day would be. It'd be some weekday, and it would probably actually be later in the day, unless it was like a Grand Cross Summons Day, in which case I do it Thursday morning and then do the other one later in the afternoon. So that's kind of what I'm thinking right now in terms of streaming. I can really only do 2 hours at a time though before I start getting really tired. Like, I've only been streaming for about an hour, and my voice already kind of hurts, so I do want to preserve it. Because I also want to make videos too. So that's just kind of where we're at the moment. But hopefully I'll get a stream schedule in the future, and we'll be able to start doing some more stuff. I think it'd be cool. What kind of stuff, I don't know. Oh. Jerry's Burger Empire must go back there. Let's see. Okay, what were we doing? What was I doing? Okay, I need more stone. I need more stone. I need more stone. I will probably try to stream repo too. And that may or may not happen today or tomorrow. I talked with my friend Cass, and they're cool with it. They're gonna stream on their channel as well. I know they're getting their stuff all set up. But we had a really good repo session last night. Our friend Pepper was just a magnet for dying. It was insane. and very, very funny. So basically, if you've played Repo, you know that there are certain rooms where it's very easy to just fall in the hole and die. So our friend Pepper fell in a hole and died, and we were like, oh no, Pepper, we gotta bring her back. So we did our whole thing. We cleared the extraction, we brought her back, we gave her health. We're like, yeah, Pepper's back. Now we can all play together. And Pepper was like, yay! And she took 2 steps, and fell in a pit. Like, it just cut her off mid-sentence. She just, whoop. I was like, Pepper. So I picked her up, brought her back, and was like, Cash should be reset. But Pepper's like, no, it's funny, keep going. So we kept going. And we had to go across the giant pit room where Pepper first died to bring her back. So I put her head in the cart, revived her, and then I was like, Pepper, you stay in the cart until I get you out of the pit room. Because I needed to keep her safe. It would have been really sad if I had dropped her, the cart, and myself in a pit. But I didn't. Got her through, it was all good. Oh, boo. So got her through, it was all good. And then, you know, she hops out of the cart. I tell her, it's safe, you can get out now. And she goes, yay, thank you. And proceeds to immediately get shot in the mouth by a blind dude with a shotgun. I was just like, like, it was just funny at that point because what do you even say? What do you even do? Cass took care of the blind guy, looked over at Pepper's head and was just like, Pepper. It was so funny. It was the funniest thing I have seen in a long, long while. Excuse me. I wish I had been streaming it because it was that funny. It was so good. I'm so refreshed. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I can make my home cozy. Let's see here. Okay, so now we've got the Inquisitor. We'll go distract him. Gonna go distract him. Gonna be a distraction for our friend Skull. I love the little things that they do for the voices in this game where it's like the Peanuts adult talking thing, but it's like different tones for different characters. Hey, what's up? Guys, calm down. I live here at the graveyard. He calls us guys? Well, he's a cultist for sure, Martin Senior. Like, I'm the graveyard keeper. What do you want from me? Of course I'm telling the truth, dude. Oh, we're gonna go to a witch burning ceremony! Yeah! Burn the witches! Corey, did you change your name or get a new account? What's going on? Okay, well, whatever. We're gonna go burn witches with this dude. Burn the witches! Burn the witches! Man. Oh, your other account. Okay. Yeah, boost my viewership. I go from 1 viewer to 2. Yeah. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That is a joke. That is a joke. Okay. A suspiciously auspicious time. The dark cult is rising. I can feel it. Righteous anger rises within in my soul. We burned thousands of witches and heretics for 30 years. And it's only the beginning. Burn the witch! Burn! Light the fire! Yeah! Yeah! This isn't a horrible thing to do. Yeah! We're not awful people. No, you're good. You're fine. So I work with a lot of dead bodies, huh? It's a part of my job. We live right beside the hill. Oh, we're gonna be his friend. We're gonna be his friend and a friend of the Holy Inquisition. That doesn't sound awful. He doesn't trust the villagers because they don't go to church. But the thing is, the church isn't open right now, so how can they go to church? But whatever. Like, why would we not be his friend? We'll be your friend, sure. We are your friend. Yeah, no, they don't. No, they're all morally corrupt. You just have to accept that this world is people who are very morally corrupt, and they're all awful to each other, and you're just like, okay. It's just, that's the tone of the game. Once you accept it, it's like, okie dokie. We're gonna do some tasks for him, because we do tasks for everyone. I look forward to him helping me expand Jury's burger empire. Medieval Burger King will get a foothold. But for now, we're gonna go and I think we gotta learn some more stuff. Yeah. Gotta do that, and we gotta do that. And that should be good. So the next time we get a body, it will not detract. Because right now what I need to focus on is making my graveyard suck less. Which I will definitely do off stream. I think for now it's just lots of progression and trying to uncover things, unlock areas, all that good stuff. Let's see here. Okay, we'll build a furnace because we need one. We'll build. It's kind of all we can do at the moment. You know, I don't really know why. I think the world was already corrupt from the get-go. I think this world is pretty messed up. So at the beginning of the game, the graveyard keeper got hit by a truck while crossing the street. So you know what happens when that happens. He got isekai'd. So now he's just kind of like, well, I'm here now. And pretty much all he cares about is getting back home to his wife slash girlfriend slash lover slash late night booty call. And once he can't, like, so however he can do that, he doesn't care. So the graveyard keeper kind of has an excuse. I don't think the rest of these people do. They're just kind of weird. It's just a world full of weirdos. Also, I don't know if... Well, that's a spoiler. I won't say that. I won't finish that thought. We can do a lot of different stuff, but right now we're just kind of moving around and gathering resources until that happens, where our baby boy, the donkey, has delivered us another body. Oh yeah, it's a world full of weirdos. They are very strange. They are very strange people. God damn it. I'm going to do that so many... I need to fix that chute. I need to fix that chute. Okay. Then we're going to take the blood. And as you can see, now the body has 3 white skulls, which means it is beautiful and perfect and will get me more points. So I can set that down for the moment. Build gravesite. There we go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to optimize this off stream. Probably be streaming for another half hour or so. Just enough to kind of get through things. Like the first few bits. Okay, I do not know. Let's see here. Theology. So I need to make some simple gravestones. There we go. Basically, we got to put stuff on the graves to make them look nice. Let's see here. Furnace, timber tower. Okay, I think I need to unlock another machine before I can do that. Stoneworking, woodcutter. I think I need this one. So I think I need to cut some more stuff down and get some more points. Eventually I can automate this, and what I'm gonna do is probably work to get this game to the point where things are automated. Just to make my life easier. Let's see here. I'll do that off stream. I also need to figure out a better streaming setup because right now my neck is killing me. Ooh. So this is iron. And we do need this. Let's see here. I've given it some fuel. I need some more fuel. And I can make a single iron ingot. Cool. And now I can go in here, learn this, which I need to be able to make things. So, in order to actually make that, I need another iron part. The only way I'm going to get the iron part is if I make it. Conundrum. But what I can do is go and buy it from someone. So just right now I'm going to have to buy people things. I think I'm going to update this game, like edit my save so I have more money, just to make things go a little faster. I'm I'm so refreshed. I'm so excited. Yeah, this week I plan on settling in and figuring out my next video. I have some ideas. I have a longer video I'm going to make. That one is going to take some research. I'm thinking just a shorter 15-minute one. I thought this one was going to be a 15-minute one, but the script is already pretty long, and I'm not done. I think it's interesting, though. I think it'll be kind of an interesting look at some different things. Well, I can't tell you the ideas because it wouldn't be a surprise. So right now it's going to be a surprise. I will say that the bigger one that I'm working on is more on like a broader topic. I am going to be talking about 7 deadly sins in it. I'm also going to be talking about a little series called Plunderer. Not sure if anyone's familiar with that in chat, but or who's watching the VOD. But yeah, okay, we're gonna get this because I need this. This is my bestie. This is why this thing is the best. I'm gonna use it. We're gonna go home. Thank you, God. But I think smaller videos, I'm just kind of thinking about what I want to talk about. So it'll just be me kind of sitting in like, okay, I'm playing this, so I want to do this. You know, do I want to talk about this? Do I want to talk about that? You know, so on and so forth. Plunder is, I can't recommend it. Can't really recommend it. It's not good. Well, so I have issues with Plunderer because it's something that could be very good. It could be so good. It's like one of those things where it's like, I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How could you? You know, stuff like that. But it's not good. And it's not a very good series. It has such a good concept, though. Like, I feel like it could have been something amazing, and yet it wasn't. Where the heck? Where are my... Okay, I gotta figure out where something is. Okay, I need my chopping spot. Where's my chopping spot? Let me make... There we go. There we go. There we go. I just needed to rotate. Oh, cool. Okay, well, whatever. Okay. Kind of hard to explain Plunderer succinctly. I will say that it has this really fascinating... It has a fascinating concept. It's about a world where people, like, depending on how strong they are, they have like a count on their body, and the higher their counts are, like the more prestigious they are, the lower their counts are, the closer they are in theory to death. And the other thing is that when people's counts hit 0, they get dragged down into the abyss by this mysterious entity called the All Thing. And that's kind of a vague description. A lot of what makes the series good is the spoilers. And I don't want to talk about spoilers. I would say you can Google it and look it up. Plunder is a series where it has some really great concepts, very poor execution. I don't even, and like some people complain that because, I mean, the author he's an ecchi mangaka, so, you know, there's a lot of like boobs and ass, and that doesn't bother me. I mean, obviously I like the 7 Deadly Sins, but, you know, some people are like, what the heck? I will say that it does get to the point where it gets distracting from the story he's trying to tell, because it's like he remembers, oh wait, booba, and it's like, but what about your story? And he's like, oh, I forgot my story anyway. And it's like, just do one or the other. You know, he hasn't mastered the fine art of balancing the story with the booba. You know, you can do that. It's possible. It's possible. Balance the booba. But, I mean, the other thing that he does that, quite frankly, is really annoying is, he does not care about consequences in his story. So if a character dies, the likelihood of them being dead is it's not big. It's not big. They're probably not dead. Probably not actually dead. And I feel like that's not a spoiler to say, because it happens so much. It happens so much. It's kind of ridiculous how much it happens. And, I mean, again, I like the 7 Deadly Sins, so obviously that's not an issue with me. Like, the issue is, where are the consequences? And I mean, that's part of what I'm going to cover in the video, is I am going to talk about there are no consequences. It just, cool. I'm going to fix our corpse hatch. Sometimes you do see the body on screen. Sometimes you see the body on screen. But no, you don't. They're not dead. Yeah. Like, Sins can get away with it because there's a lot of, you didn't see a body. And even when you do see a body, they fix it. But I mean, most of the time, like, Dreyfus, you didn't see a body. No body, no crime. Plunderer, you see bodies. You see the bodies. Like, they literally pick this one character up and are like, she's dead. And then later they go, just kidding. And that was one of my favorite characters. So, am I happy she's alive? Of course. But, like, bruh. Actions have to have consequences. Your story needs consequences. My God, my dude, my man. So it's just stuff like that. Okay, I need 4 more iron parts. So I forgot to put the iron in. That's cool of me. So yeah, that's kind of, I love Plunder, but Plunder frustrates me. And it likes to take back a lot of its actions, which is doubly frustrating. Well, he milks it for, like, cheap sadness, and then later he's like, just kidding, it's fine. And it's like, what do you mean? What do you mean, sir? So yeah, it's just kind of, it's annoying, and it sucks because it's such a good idea for a story. It's a great concept, and when he nails it, he nails it. The art is gorgeous. I've got, I started reading it during the pandemic, so I wasn't able to do much else. So I spent like hours coloring in different panels. God damn it. I spent hours coloring in different panels. And which is good because the anime is really ugly. So I can just go and I really need better tools, man. I can just go in and use the panels that I colored in my video when I eventually talk about it. Just be like, here you go. This looks nice because it is nice. You jerk. Get away from me. Hey, I am trying to tell a story here, please. Rude. Anyway. It looks really nice. There is an anime for it. The anime is not good. I cannot recommend the anime. There is an anime. The manga is pretty good. I had a friend who once was like, oh, Jerry likes this series. I'll try, getting into it by watching the anime. And I was like, no. She'd already watched the first episode and was like, this is trash. And I'm like, well, yes, it is trash, but not because of the anime, I swear. But yeah, no stakes, Andy. I'll figure something out. Like I said, I definitely want to start producing more. I have ideas for videos. I have ideas for streams. This will probably be a game that crops up on stream just because it's really easy for me to... that was not what I wanted to do. That I am... whatever. It's funny. It's easier for me to look over at the chat window and talk with people. So this is a good, game that I can do with, people while I am... So I can stream and have a game going and we can share in this really weird game. But this is pretty much going to be the rest of the stream. The rest of the stream is just me chatting. As I fill this up. I am going to stop streaming within the next 45 minutes because I am getting hungry. I am getting very hungry. And your girl is gonna need some food. No, I don't think I will. And the reason being, I have produced a radio play, and that was a lot of work and effort, and I found that I enjoy writing more for me than I do for, I like writing for me. I've said that, when I make videos, I make them primarily for me, and if other people like them too, that's cool. But, do I think I will ever make my own anime, game, or manga? It's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work that I don't have the time and energy for. If my friends all got together and we delegated it, then maybe. But it's a lot of work for something that may not get seen or experienced by a lot of people. So if I were to do it, it would be something that I personally enjoyed and liked. It would just be, I want this to exist, so I am making it. That's kind of the whole reason I got into content creation, in fact. I just went, I like this, I'm gonna make it. I want to talk about why Chrysoria is a failure of a game, and maybe other people will relate. And then it was just, I made a silly Grand Cross video, and for some reason the algorithm picked it up. I got 1,000 views, which it's not huge, But I mean, that's a pretty darn good size, especially for something that I don't cater to the algorithm when I make videos. I just kind of do it and I go, yeah, whatever, here we go. It's really weird because I put out a video on Wednesday, and then it got like 20 views, and I was like, yeah, whatever. I just wanted to make it. I just wanted to talk. And suddenly, like Friday night, the views spiked. And then they spiked even more. And now it's sitting at, it was like 1K last I checked. Which I'm like, okay, what is going on here? I don't know. YouTube just saying, oh yeah, it showed up in people's recommends and they clicked on it. Anyway, for lunch, I am gonna have chicken of the sea. I make tuna onigiri, tuna and mayo rice balls, basically. So it's very easy, but it's also very healthy, which I really need right now. Because as we established in the last stream, my health is, it's on the mend, shall we say. Health is on the mend. But it's really good and really filling, so it keeps me from snacking on a bunch of stuff, which is good because otherwise I'd be like. That said, I did absolutely just like shove a bunch of peanut butter patties in my mouth like 20 minutes ago, so that'll mostly tide me over until I eat. Till I get my foods. Okay. Can I make stuff yet? How do I make my church stuff? Alright. So we can make these at a carpenter's workbench. So I need a carpenter's workbench. Here we go. There we go. Yeah, it's getting better. It is getting better. Which is good because, woof. It's getting better. I need to see if I can pull that clip from the stream and upload that on its own. How do I make this? Okay, let's see here. I want to do a bunch of these. But, I'm gonna see if I can pull that clip from the VOD and upload that separately just so I can link people to an explanation like, yeah, this is what happened. This is why I disappeared. Things happened. Okay, I think we're gonna just do one more day after this and then we will be done for the day. Excuse me. Let's see here. Maybe we're done here now? Okay, no, we're good. This game does get a little wonky with things. It takes forever to load up. So I have to like super prepare in advance if I'm gonna stream this. And then, okay, let's see. All right. Now we can do this. Bum, 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 bum. And let's Let's see here. We need some wooden grave markers. We're gonna make our graveyard look really pretty. Make it look so nice. Especially once I reload it and adjust a few things. Let's see here. Okay, so you can see we've got 3 things, like we've got 3 skulls. So if I add a grave fence, it goes from 0 to 1 quality. So our quality is going up. So this is what we got to do with all these empty graves. I gotta put the stuff in. Oh, yeah, speaking of grave site. Let's hope I have enough stamina to do this. Okay, I'll do one more day after this, because this day went by way too fast. And I would like to... So the nice thing is, because I have the chute, he brings the bodies in. So we no longer have the issue where I'm constantly dropping the body on my way in. However... Oh, I messed it up. See, sometimes you can goof in this game. And then the body is just gross. So instead of burying this, there's no salvaging this body. And they want you to burn it, but I'm just gonna go yeet. So we're gonna go check on a thing real quick. And then I'm gonna sleep. Then we're gonna make our place look better. This is just a game where it's like everything is constantly building. Like you get one task, which will lead to another task. I don't know who Kirihime is. I don't know who that is. But I probably wouldn't fight anyone. I just try and talk to them and be like, hey, yo? Hey, yo? New friend? Okay. So, yeah. I'm a lover, not a fighter. I'm just like, let's be friends. We don't need to... Oh, find my hero. I have not seen that yet. I'm waiting for all of it to air before my friends will inevitably tie me down and make me watch it. But I'm definitely not strong enough to fight anyone. That's okay. Like I said, I just, I prefer to talk it out and be like, hey, what's up? I tend to be... My friends have described me as a problem solver, which is an asset and a flaw. Because if someone has a problem, I'll be like, great, let's figure out how to solve it. And they'll be like, we can't solve this problem. We're just venting. And I'm like, oh, but maybe we could solve problem? You can't solve every problem, and that's okay. So yeah, I am physically not very strong, and I'm not a cheater like Merlin, so can't really do much of anything. Let's see here. Okay. So we're gonna do... I need 2 more of those. I try to be. I try to be kind to people. And, I try... If someone likes something that I don't like, instead of me being like, well, that sucks. I'm like, okay, I may not like it, but my friend likes it. So that's fine. Like, Jujutsu Kaisen, it's not my thing. It's not a series that I enjoy parts of it, but as a whole, it's not a series that I like. That said, I have friends who love that series. And you know what? Good for them. I'm so happy that they get something that they enjoy and they can have fun with. So that's just the kind of person that I am, or at least like try to be. And you know, I'm not a saint. I don't always manage it. But you know, I figure kindness gets answered with kindness. It's why I always try to be so positive about Grand Cross, because I feel like there's a lot of people in the community who, quite frankly, dunk on it. And it's like, well, no, I'm just conscious of it, is the thing. I just know that this is how I feel. And, you know, maybe if I'm nice to people, they'll be like, oh, wait, I don't have to be mean and miserable. I can just be nice. Because it's not hard to be nice to people. And being nice, hold on, I'm gonna go on about this in a second. I'm gonna save and end this game, and I'll switch over to my just chatting screen. Let's see. We're gonna sleep because I have opinions on being nice and what that means, and I see it getting misconstrued by a lot of people. So I just kind of, yeah. It's hard to be rude. It's easy to be nice. That is exactly it, Corey. So let's see here. Let's come back to this screen. You can kind of see the chat there. So basically, it takes zero effort to be mean or to be kind. For a lot of people, I mean, it takes zero effort to be mean too. Let's be real. For some people, they've been hurt, and it's very easy for them to just lash out and hurt other people in the process. But my stance is, if someone is your friend, or if there's someone you like and respect, why would you want to hurt their feelings? Why would you want them to feel bad about something? So if I don't like something, let's say like I don't like a series and I want to rant about it, I will usually like put a big notice like, hey, I'm gonna say some things. I just need to get this out and vent, but if you like it, you're valid. And I'm just gonna put this in a spot where you can easily ignore it. But even then, you know, I try to think about too, if I dislike something, well, why don't I like it? And just saying, oh, because it sucks, that's not a valid reason. Well, yes and no it is. I could just not like something, and that's fine, but why spend all sorts of time dumping on it, especially if someone does like it? Like if someone comes up to me and goes, Pokemon sucks, I'll be like, that hurts my feelings a little. Makes me feel a little bad. You know, I like it. It brings me joy and makes me really happy. And so, you know, I just try to live by that. And if someone likes something that maybe I don't like, I'll think about, okay, well, why do they like it? Like again, the example is like Jujutsu Kaisen is not my thing. It's not for me. I can't exactly explain why. I don't enjoy it, but that does not mean that it sucks. I can actually, see why people like it so much. It just doesn't appeal to me, and that's okay. I have friends who don't like Seven Deadly Sins, and I can understand entirely why. Meliodas. But, they also understand that it's something that I like. And I like it a lot. So no one in front of me is like, this show sucks so much. But yeah, it's so easy to be nice. And being nice doesn't mean you're a doormat. Which I am also known in my friend group for being someone who will put their hands on their hips and go, "Excuse me, they asked for no pickles." It's not, it's not rude to, it's not rude to call someone out. It's only rude if you're mean about it. Like if I was like, "You suck." But if I was like, "Hey, you're doing this and that's not cool. Here's why." You hurt people's feelings, that's valid. But yeah, being nice doesn't mean being a doormat. Which I think a lot of people forget, because it's very easy to get lost in I'm gonna be nice, I wanna please people. And, for example, with, chat with you guys, I'm nice, but I never hold my opinions back. It was like the other day when I was doing the polls, and I paused to get some demon materials, and I got them from the gold coin store because I was lazy. And the John was like, "That's a crime, how could you do that?" And I'm assuming he was kidding. I'm assuming he was being a little jokester. But I joked back with him like, "I'm lazy and I do what I want." And it honestly ended up being pretty funny. I do get some Grand Cross tryhards who come in from time to time, and I have to gently tell them, it's okay if people don't play the way you play. It's okay. But I do think like some streamers will kind of change themselves based on their audience, and I don't do that. I'm never going to hold back my opinions. I'm always going to talk about things that are important to me. And y'all may not like that, but hopefully you can respect me and the perspective that I bring. Because I have noticed from my demographics on my videos, I do get a lot of guys coming in. So you may not understand how difficult things are for women. So I may talk about, like when I was talking about getting medical care the other day, I can guarantee you that a guy could have asked the same thing and gotten the help in half the time. I had to deal with a lot more because they're like, "Oh, women be hysterical sometimes. Women be hysterical." Hey dude, hey Lethal, we're just wrapping up, but thanks for swinging by. But anyway, yeah, I try to be nice while also being myself. So hopefully you guys appreciate that. And hopefully it's entertaining, at least. Maybe if you don't agree with me, that's okay, but hopefully it makes you think a little bit. And yeah, but I mean, for the most part, I just like to go for the feel-good vibes. I just want us to hang, have fun, and chat things. Okay, Corey, you saying you're very dumb? That's not true. You may just not have been exposed to certain things. You may not have ever experienced things before, and that's okay. I think that happens to a lot of people in the world where they've only experienced their own niche and they've never seen the wider world out there. And I think that's fine. I think as long as you're, be curious, basically is the thing. I mean, I'm that way too. I like to, be curious, and if I don't know or understand something, I like to learn about it so that I can know and understand it and have an opinion one way or the other. And, usually it's like, oh, that's cool. So, yeah, but I don't think you're dumb for that. And don't put yourself down that way. You're not dumb, you're learning. And as long as you're open to learning, I think that's the greatest thing ever. Yeah! Sunday morning affirmations with Jerry! Woohoo! Okay. On that note, I'm getting hungry, so I need to go put some rice on. But I am gonna try and schedule another stream for the next week. I'll figure something out. I'm hoping my home internet gets fixed this week. But if it doesn't, I will figure something out. Possibly by just driving to someone's house with my stream set up. Which I have my laptop on one TV table and I have my mic on another TV table. And I think I need to actually turn the mic gain. No, my mic gain's good. I'm good. I'm louder. But have a good rest of your morning. And I hope to see you guys again in the future. Thanks much. Bye.